Alrighty, so I just went up here to the Cormare one, because I think it'll be faster. Yeah, most of these falls aren't really going to kill me too much. It's really funny to see me jump with someone else who has so little life, and the fall will kill them, but it won't kill me, even though I'm pretty much almost dead. But the point is, I survived a NATO. Because I got so much up. And I guess... So now we're going to go in here. I'm sure it's more story. Which I like. Like I said, I like being part of this story. That's why I like playing these games. I've always liked RPGs because you can casually kind of... In a way, you can casually play through them. You can go and you can kill stuff and you can do stuff and do all that kind of fun stuff, and then there's a story involved. One of my favorites was always Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy VII. Those games were excellent. Great stories. And I don't think since Final Fantasy VII have I been so... I loved that story. I thought it was excellent and well written, and...
My friends at the Priory delivered everything they had on Scarlet. I also called in Vor, the Arcane Council's point person. He's collaborating with us remotely.
We need your help sifting through the evidence. We have our own theories, but we could use another opinion.
These recordings were found near Scarlet's lab in Lornar's Pass. You should listen to them first. These other items are all pieces of the puzzle. Examine each one and let us know how you think it fits.
Ooh, where's the record? Oh, okay.
You've seen me through my awakening, Mender Ceramon. Thank you. But I'm awake now, so you can leave me alone.
There's something wrong.
Synergetics is endlessly fascinating. It seeks to define the eternal alchemy. The other colleges work within that definition. The potential of golems interests me. Combining dynamics design with statics versatility makes just about anything possible. I like Teo. More importantly, I need to advance my theories quickly. And nobody's better at quick results than the Inquest. Today will be monumental. With OMAD's support, I shall finally see past this world and into the eternal alchemy.
Interesting.
The moles get magic, Flame gets gear, and I get the weaponry I need. Everybody wins, especially me. Lion's Arch needs softening up first, so we infiltrate its halls of power and neuter its defenses from the inside. The theme is humanity can withstand any test. It's like they're begging me to prove them wrong. It's laughable! See?
She's crazy. Definitely crazy.
Air superiority wins wars, so build me a comparable fleet, or I'll kill you all and replace you with hollows.
Aether blades, okay.
Once more, my esteemed snaky friend, you're doing this for obelisk shards. You want direct access to your profits, right? Then do as I say.
She is trying to gain access to the mist.
Scarlet deceived each of her allies into thinking they'd gain something from working for her. She'd make a great minister.
Interesting.
Ever since I came out of OMAD's machine, you've been taking credit for my ideas. They're mine, not yours. Let me be clear. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for me. Nobody tells me what to do. Not ever.
I still think she's...
It's not true. None of it. I don't have to listen to you. Get out of my head!
Maybe she's is crazy.
I wonder if the voices in her head are real. What if what she saw in OMAD's machine grabbed hold of her? Scarlet rejected the pale tree because she wanted independence. What if OMAD's machine cost her that? Ironic that she rejected the pale tree to exert her independence, only to lose it to something else.
Holy schnickies.
I'll never forget how close we came to disaster. When I think about those spores spreading their toxins across Tyria, it boils my blood.
The Nightmare Court and Crate do make a volatile combination. Scarlet popped some horrifying alchemy there.
Sawyer would spread her time.
This sample is resistant to the antitoxin we used against the Nightmare Tower poison.
Jory, we didn't stop her plan. We just showed her how to make a stronger poison that could wipe out an entire city.
If you examine the steam creature closely, you can identify similarities to Scarlet's clockwork machines in its design.
It's like she's modified the Watch Knights with the same engineering.
Interesting. Well, either the Queen hired Scarlet, or this.
The Watch Knights and the Steam creatures use common parts. That would explain how Scarlet gained control of the Watch Knights. Their obedience makes them perfect infantry units for assaulting a fortified location.
I forgot how far this
Dragon
went back.
Bash was supposed to be festive, until Scarlet killed
I
people with her
forgot how
flying
much of this
pirates.
stuff was there.
Keel did an excellent job documenting the assassination of Counselor Theo Ashford during Dragon Bash.
You should really return this case file before she notices you purloined it. Scarlet plotted to kill someone on the Captain's Council to make room for her puppet.
See, this is what makes
With
sense.
Trin in place on the council, she could have weakened the city's defenses from the inside. That plan backfired, but Trin escaped to the mists to prepare for something.
It's been almost a year since the Molten Alliance attacked the Shiver Peaks. Dredge and Flame Legion together. Who'd have imagined it?
Look closely at how they combine Dredge mechanical knowledge with the Flame Legion's fire magic.
She's developing a sonic magical device.
So Dredge sonic technology can be used for probing underground.
Which makes
And
sense.
Scarlet's been looking for ley lines with those probes.
She's
She's after the ley lines underneath Lion's Arch. I almost feel sorry for Scarlet after reading her journal. If only she didn't use Omad's machine, she might be a sane flower.
Those are the ramblings of a crazy murderer. Make no mistake, honey. She enjoys killing. She needs to be found and put down.
I wake from nightmares, screaming, confused, and scared. It's getting worse. I've decided to talk to a mender. I've probably just been working too hard. Every night, the same terrors. It never changes. The mender was unable to help me. I feel like I'm losing control of myself. When the nightmares start, yeah, an entity calls to me. I run. I run to a sea of darkness, but no matter how hard I try to escape, it keeps calling me. I'm trying not to sleep, too scared to even close my eyes. So scared. Whispers come from the forest all night long, calling me, taunting me, possessing me. Tonight I saw it. I stared into the abyss and it stared back at me. So much power. I don't know what's real and what isn't anymore. So she is losing her mind. Control of my world, of myself, is slipping through my hands, and yet I'm no longer scared. It communicated with me through images of death, destruction, and destiny. I must know more. I must confront it and put an end to this madness. She's made our lives miserable for months now. This journal is true that I almost...
Scared? What could possibly be frightening someone like Scarlet?
She saw something while hooked up to Omad's machine. Something that broke her. She's hearing voices in her head. But what are they telling her to do?
Man, I think this might be a long episode. I don't want to do
Scarlet
that.
converted part of the Nightmare Court Arbor into her own personal airship factory. She also tormented the Silvari firstborn, Kate. She formed this alliance in part to develop hybrid weapons with maximum destructive potential.
She's building an airship there, so what do you think is happening between those two? Scarlet just wanted to meet the famous... No, they know each other, but you're wrong.
Now she has an arsenal of advanced weapons and an air fleet to deliver them. No city is prepared to defend against an aerial attack. Not even Lion's Arch. It's so like Scarlet to ruin someone's big day. Poor Queen Jenna. Celebrating 10 years of rule only to have it marred by killer automatons. Is that watch night piece safe, Marjorie? I hate having any of Scarlet's machines in the bar.
Don't fret, Angel. Ever since Queen's Jubilee, it's been quiet as a corpse.
I think our friend is onto something.
Not bad. The clockwork horrors from the Jubilee must have been Scarlet's second draft. Scarlet got crafty. Instead of pairing up two splinter factions, she stole an entire fighting force, and then she upped the ante with that giant marionette.
You don't need that kind of firepower unless you're going to attack something really big.
Priory teams recovered this cooling rod from the Thaumanova reactor disaster. It's steeped in dragon magic.
Okay, I'll trace back to the ley lines.
Scarlet and the Inquest turned a risky research experiment
Yeah,
into
they
a
even
time
mentioned...
bomb so they
I
could
remember
study
they
how
mentioned
it
ley
ticked.
lines.
They also discovered
during
new
one
info
of those
about ley lines.
things, or at
If
least
Scarlet is using that info to plan her next major attack, it's coming soon.
This is Synergetics Headmaster Omad's isolation module. A Silvari named Kiara went in. Scarlet came out. I reverse engineered an image of Kiara's aura patterns before and after. The schism is pronounced and dramatic.
Oh boy, that was my cell phone going off. Ha! Can you tell me about this? Brains are...
Kiara encountered something that literally broke her mind, but the only things in there were things she brought. I surmise she was directly exposed to a part of her own psyche that had been carefully walled off, perhaps for her own
Makes
protection.
sense.
We'd need to do far more extensive study of the Savari dream before I could draw any more detailed conclusions. What I can conclude now is that she's preparing to strike. Mark my words, Scarlet's next attack is planned and ready.
Yeah, seems like it. And I think I got the last thing right here.
That's a piece of one of Scarlet's probes. We theorize that this agitated the jungle worms.
That would make... Oh, that makes some sense. Oops, I just... She's closing it.
That's a puzzler.
Huh.
Let's review the evidence. Kiara entered Omad's device, saw something terrifying, and emerged as Scarlet Briar. She came out insane, but there's a method to her madness. We know from
Yes.
Thaumanova that she's researching magical energy and ley lines. She's used Molten Alliance Magitech to locate ley lines. We know that there are ley lines in Lion's Arch, among other places. She's built her own personal army. Crate and Nightmare Court, Pirates and Inquest, Dredge and Flame Legion, and most of all, her Clockwork Horrors. She tricked her subordinates into doing her bidding with promises of power, resources, or other gains. She modified her poison to be resistant to our antitoxin. She could use it against an army or a city. My Trin is preparing the Aether Blades in the mists for a big attack. There's a mists portal in Lion's Arch.
Jory, Lion's Arch is her target. We have to warn Ellen.
I'll warn her. I'll let you know when I hear back. Make your preparations. Everything has been building toward a single, devastating attack.
Huh.
May the gods show us mercy.
That was fun. Let's do it
Alrighty,
again.
So we got the other half of this right here. Except... So, the mini chest. Okay, so that had Liquid World Experience. I have no idea what Liquid World Experience is. Is it one of the wallet items? I don't know. It's probably a player versus player thing that I just don't do. That's the only thing I can think of. Wallet. I don't see anything. I don't think it's glory. Gain world experience. I've got some other things here. Bonus world chest. It's gotta be a player versus player thing. It's the only... Oh, I think that's what this is. Oh. Okay, so it's part of this stuff. Gotcha. So, that makes some sense. Interesting. Okay. It has something to do with this. That's all I know. Alrighty. Interesting. So... Man, they're trying to really push this. World experience thing, aren't they? It's like they really want you to be a...
Power flow at 30%.
They really want you to start doing some world versus world stuff, it looks like. They're trying to promote world versus world. I think that's part of this whole thing, is they're trying to get more people to do player versus player. I don't want to do player versus player, so forget that, ain't it? But still, that looks like that's what they're trying to do here with that. So, let's bring that back up. I need that. So the achievements, living world. So it looks like we just need to find one of these portals throughout somewhere in the world. So I can let you guys do that too, but, you know. So we got the second one, the investigator, which is good, because that's 20 points. That one's 15. That's a good amount of points. And that one's going to be 5, so that one's probably not much. I really want to get the rest of these done, because look at 10, 10, 5, 10, 5, 5, 9, 50, 8. Those are worth a decent amount. Anything over 5 to me is worth it. Better than daily stuff, you know, because dailies are, what is dailies? 1 for everything. So, oh, that's a skill point accumulator. I can do that one and get half of that. So, I can do that too. But, anyways, so here's the new content. It may have been a little late. It may have been a few hours later than 12 o'clock, than the noon time that they had started it or whatever. But, you know, it didn't take them long. It took them a couple hours to fix that. That's not a big deal. I mean, this is a big game if you think about it. The fact that they were on it that fast and got it fixed that fast, I think does speak volumes to how ArenaNet takes care of their customers, so to speak. Although I will admit, sometimes they get the programmers who think they know what people want and they don't want. Like, now I had to go into World versus World and, you know, talk to, you know, I had to go and play against other people so I could get an achievement that's for Living World. I don't like that. Keep me out of player versus player. I don't want to be in it. If I wanted to be in it, I'd be doing it. They probably want to get people introduced into doing it. I don't want to do it at all. So that's my only problem that ArenaNet does with some of these things. I think some of the things they make too hard sometimes too. But other than that, you know, I'm overall pretty happy with the game. So that's the update so far for today. I will see you guys next time.
You can find me online on YouTube at youtube.com/users/MatthewMewP, on Twitter at twitter.com/MatthewMew, and on Facebook at facebook.com/MatthewMew. If you want to play with me or join my guild, contact me via PM in the game at MatthewPernack, MatthewPernack. And for more information on my guild, it can be found at theravenscall.info.